Hi guys, it's Helen from Slim and Stylish, and I've got something a little different for you today. I've got a one sheet wonder session. So for anyone who doesn't know, that's a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and you use just that sheet of paper to make as many cards as you can. This project makes 14 cards, so I've done one project here using the Berry Burst and the Fresh Florals card DSP. Over here I've used the Naturally Eclectic DSP with Night of Navy, and that's 14 cards as well. Before I go any further, I will explain to you that I borrowed this off the internet, and I think it's a fantastic thing to do, and I was trying to do my own one sheet wonder when I found this one. I will post my own one sheet wonder, but this one was just, it created so many lovely cards. And so it was a Michelle Boyer from Craftsy that did this one, so all thanks to her that I've made it. I'm going to do another one for you now and show you just how quick and how simple it is to make 14 cards, and how it shows off so fantastically the designer series paper and all the stamp sets. All of these have got different stamps on, different cuts from different sets, and I'm just going to show you quickly how to make them. So each one, there's 14 cards in that one. Put those to the side. And there's 14 cards in this one. This was the one I was actually filming for you, and I wanted to do it with the Berry Burst and the Bright DSP because I thought it would show up so lovely on the video. But unfortunately I ran out of battery on the camera, and so halfway through it cut off. So I'm doing another one, and this time I'm going to be doing it in powder pink, and hopefully it will show up just as well for you. So I'm going to start off. I've got a piece of old cardstock that's 12 by 12, and I've measured this exactly the measurements you need to cut for this project. I'm going to move it down. I'm going to talk to you through it. So it's 12 by 12 sheet. I don't know if you can see that. But at the top here, you want to cut it at 5.5 inches. Then you want two panels that are by 5.5 by 3 inches. You want a 3 inches by 3 inches square, a 2 inch by 5.5 inch panel, and then 2 half inches at the bottom. And then you want 3 sections here that are 2.5 inches by 1 inch. I am going to be putting all of these measurements. I'm going to do a picture and scan of this. I'm going to put it on my Facebook, so make sure you follow the link in description, and you'll find this on Facebook so you can get all of the measurements off it. On the next section of your 12 by 12, you want to cut at 5.25 inches. You want to do one section that's 2.5 inches and one that's 1.5 inches. You want this one that's 4 inches, and all you do is just angle this in your cutter and cut at 1 inch either side to create that lovely slope there. And then this last bit that's 4 inches, you cut it at 3 inches, and then you want 1, 2, 3, 3/4 inches. As I said, I'm just running through this. All of these measurements will be on my Facebook post. Please go and have a look. And then this is 4 inches by 1.25 inches. You get 2 of those, and then a 1.25 inch by 1.25 inch square. You get 3 of those at the end. And then this bit here is just your scrap bit you're left over with. And here, this is where I got this from. It's Michelle Boyer at Craftsy, and it's brilliant. It makes some beautiful cards. So I'm really glad I found it. Right, what you need to start off with is you need 14 card bases for your cards. So I've got 13 there. So all you need is a piece of A5 paper. So just take your A4 Whisper White, cut it in half, and that gives you your A5. Fold it and score it. That is burnish it. That is as easy as that is to get your 14 sheets. Then once you've got your strips, so these 2 strips here are these that were on the top, these 1/2 inches. All you need to do to these measurements when you use your cardstock is add a 1/16 of an inch either side. So you just want to add 1/8 of an inch in total to each of these measurements, and you will just get the section of cardstock you need. So it uses 2 A4 sheets of the cardstock. I've used the powder pink to coordinate with the cardstock, so with the DSP. Now if you can just see it, it's just got that 1/16 of an inch either side now. So I'm just going to take my snail and stick that down. Of course, what you could do is you could use one A4 sheet in one colour and one A4 sheet in, what's that one underneath? Is that Old Olive? Possibly. And do your 7 cards in one and 7 cards in another. But I'm doing all of this in powder pink. I haven't really done any projects in powder pink so far, and that is because I just think it's too pale to show up in film. But it's beautiful and it's pretty and it's delicate, so I'm glad I'm using it. Right, so now I have all of my pieces done, because I did all of these ones earlier, all of them with the cardstock just around the edges. So I'm just going to show you how to build the cards up now. You can play with these. If you've got these strips, you can play with them in any shape you like to make your card up. I will put pictures up so you can see which ones I've made, but you don't have to put these in the place I'm putting them. Feel free to play. So I'm just going to put that one at the bottom there. Is that about right? Now I'm going to lift that up. Now I'm just using snail to adhere this because it's only going onto our Whisper White and it is quite thin. Snail should be fine. But you can use your Tombow if you want to have some flexibility and move it around. I'm not, because I'm filming and I don't want to get all messy. Right, so there's one. A big strip here. This is the 5.5 by the 3 inches. And there's 2 of these. So I'm going to put that in the middle. But I'm not. I'm going to put one there so that I can open the card that way. And then I'm going to put the other one there so I can open the card upwards on that one, I think. As I said, up to you. I've done some different playing arounds on the other sets, on the Night in Navy and the Berry Burst set, because you don't want them all the same. And by only having panels, you can put them really wherever you want. It's a bit long-winded. I did consider doing a few of these for you, but then I thought, how are you going to see all the lovely shapes that are on this one sheet wonder? So I am just running through it quickly, but I want you to see all of the cards so that you get an idea. This is so handy to do, especially if you've got a group of cards or you want to get ahead with making a whole set of birthday cards or thank you cards. I, for instance, am going to be sending out a lot of thank you cards. I've had a lot of subscribers, a lot of feedback, and I've had a lot of people purchasing. Oh, that's the end of my snail eye. I haven't really got time to add my refill, so I'm just going to use a bit of Tombow. What did I say about not wanting to use my Tombow? Putting the lid on, I've got lots more to do. 14 cards worth. Let's do these ones. These ones I love. They're the diagonally cut ones, and I do think they're perhaps one of the prettiest ones it creates, but I just think it's because it's different. There's 2 of those with this one sheet wonder kit, so it's twice the fun. Benefits of using Tombow: if you do drop it down, it's not stuck. You can always then just manipulate it. I suppose means I'm putting them off to the side. We'll give them the some chance to dry before I do start stamping. So that's okay. Right, this is the last full panel for this. Oh, come on. Don't say I'm running out of you too. So one thing, always running out of adhesive. It's 'cause you always have to use it. Can't get away from it, can you? Right. These last 4 cards have all different sections on it. So it has more than one bit. I'm moving this slightly up the card and not putting it at the bottom because you don't want to leave a huge expanse of white at the bottom or in the middle, because then you've only got to fill it with something else. Whereas if you just... leave a little bit of a gap, you don't have as much to fill. Problem with Tombow, I can't see if it's stuck. Don't like going to the edge because then when you stick it on it pops out. Quite upset that my snail's gone. Right. These ones, I'm going so quick because I can remember what I did on the other card, and I can also remember what I wanted to do when I looked at it and thought, oh, it would look good that way. So angry when, well, not angry, but just frustrated when I came off. I'd finished doing a lovely video and I'd talked all this nonsense before, and I got to the end of it and it cut me off because of the battery. It's my fault, I should have charged it, but I never, same as I should have put refill in the snail. But I'm not restarting again just to do that, so I will persevere with the Tombow. It's just going to take a little bit longer. Now you do need a ruler on hand for these ones then, because you will just want to make sure they're all straight. With the one of these, I put these totally the other way. I put them 1, 2, 3. Quite liked that. Then with the other project, I put them this way, and I quite like that too. So, as I said, you've got to have a play and see what you're doing with all your bits. There you go. I'm just going to use my ruler to try and glue that down because I don't want it stuck on my fingers. Just put that in there. I like the cards that have the multiple bits on. I think it makes them interesting. But they do take a little bit more time, but for 14 cards out of this, it's amazing. I mean, if you think about it, what's a pack of DSP, 12 by 12 DSP, and you get 14 sheets in it, you get 16 sheets in it, you get for £10. Then you've got your Whisper White to buy in this. This is a quick and easy, cheap product to make. So now I'm going to use a variety of stamp sets. So I'm going to use this one, which is from the Soft Sayings card kit set. You've got Style set and a Beautiful You set. This is the set 2 of 2 of that, and all I'm using is this from this one. I'm using every stamp from this one, and I'm using a good lot of the stamps from this one, and I've got them already done, so I can put them at the top and pick whichever ones I want. This is so quick and so easy to do. You just won't believe it. And I almost ran out of blocks for it because I was just using every stamp I think I owned. And I'm stamping it in the powder pink stamp set, ink sets. Put my lid on my Tombow. I think I've already had enough accidents today. Right, so as you're going through them all, very simple to do. I'm just going to grab a spare piece of scrap just in case, because with these ones you want to ink it up, stamp it off again. Oh, you don't, you just want to stamp it off once. I did this the other day with one. So you've just got a little bit of pink in the middle, and then, oh, which one do I want to use? I'm going to use that one because there's a big space up there. Hope your birthday is as bubbly as you are. Happy birthday. In fact, I was using these at the top of the other ones just to give it a bit more. To my dear friend. There's one. This one. You can't improve on fabulous. Too true, you cannot. These ones here I'm going to show you at the end, the bigger panels, because I did something a little different with them. There's this one. And this is how you can mix and match all these up. So these ones here are from the Soft Sayings kit, and these ones here are from the You've Got Style kit. I love both kits equally, and they just go very nice together. So if I put just a note on this one, I do like this just a note. It goes on just beautifully. Look at that. How adorable is that? So am I making this a birthday one? I think I am. Hope your birthday is as bubbly as you are, of course. Just going to come in again with this. Just do it over the side there, and then I've got a little one of these leaves. Just to stamp in with it. How cute is that? Honestly, it's so easy when you've got a mass loads of stamps and one ink, just to get them all inked up. Use them all in there. So to my dear friend, and let's come in there with the thanks. Right, this one, what are we going to do with this one? Ah, ha, ha, I know what we're going to do. We're going to congratulations, and it is going to be just a note, and you don't have to at all make sure these are straight, because you just stamp in every which way, and it's beautiful. It really is. When you don't have to worry, now which one am I going to use? I'll go back for a birthday. I have a lot of birthdays coming up, so it's quite nice to have a birthday set. I'll put that in the centre. Hope your birthday is as bubbly as you. And guess what? That's right, I'm coming in with my grungy one again. Love this one. Really do. There it is. Can't improve on fabulous. Again, love it. And it's just a note to say. I've got that somewhere. Just no. Oh, that's not going to fit in even if I do try and get it in. Ah ha ha. Congratulations will go with you can't improve on fabulous. That's not going to fit in either. Yes, it is. Congratulations. It fits. These ones, my favourite ones. One of them is going to be a thanks. In fact, both of them might be a thanks actually. I'm also going to put the grungy bit on them both. That's those two. And as I'm doing this, can you think exactly how many dimensionals and diamantes and rhinestones and pearls are going to come onto this? Because I can. There's going to be hundreds, making them so glittery and nice. Beautiful are those. Right, these ones here, I have got my larger punch, my 1 3/4 inch punch, and I'm just going to take 2 and cut the card out for 2 circles of those. Some scrap whisper white, and I'm going to cut 2 of those out as well. 1, 2. Then I'm going to, what thanks doesn't fit in it, so I'm going to come in with the You've Got Style again. I'm going to use Fuse for quickness on this, but you shouldn't because it is just paper onto card really. But it's going to be a bit quicker than my Tombow at drying. You've Got Styles there. Pop those up on a couple of dimensionals each. There we go, You've Got Style. Oh no, that's the one I was opening at the side. It's me trying to rush. Right. There's a card stuck to it. There you are, no one will ever know. There we go. So that's those all inked and done. Bringing all your cards back now. All you need is a couple of rhinestones, diamantes, or if you've got any of the little bitty bow embellishments, they're beautiful and they are in this colour too. Let's see if I've got one to show you. These are the ones I'm on about. In this colour, just do a jazz up on your cards. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I will put the style guide up and the square with all of everything on my Facebook, so please go over there to have a look because you'll be able to get all the measurements for all of these cards, and I will list the stamp sets and which stamps have come off which stamp sets. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you.